Hello from Tokyo! Today I'm going to do a super simple Christmas tree using the dip technique. So I will put paint on directly onto the bubble wrap and then place the canvas on top of it. So you can see here I've made a tree shape or triangle shape with masking tape. It's just regular masking tape like this. To make sure it fits properly, I've marked with a pen where the point should be, and the bubble wrap's actually secured on with some tape as well. I'm also drawing an outline of the canvas to help me position it. Today I'm using a pouring medium made of Elmer's glue, a white Elmer's glue all, and it's 2 parts glue, 1 part water. So in this case, 300 grams of glue and 150 grams of water. So it's much thicker than my usual PVA that I use for balloon smashes. And this is Vandyke brown, and then we have silver. And this is titanium white and iridescent white. And then this one is pearl violet. And we have a light gold, which is a little bit thicker in consistency. And this is copper. And then sap green. And then permanent green deep. I'm a little bit hesitant about this, but I'm going to go for it anyway. And this is the thickness of the paint. The paints have been mixed with 2 parts pouring medium, 1 part paint. So now I'm going to try and make a tree shape directly on the bubble wrap. So see how little I put of the green. However, have a look at how this turns out. So gently press on top of the canvas and making sure that it's got to all the edges of the tree. And then I'm going to pull the painting up and you'll see what I mean about the green. Oh my goodness. I like what it looks like on the bubble wrap. But this was so much greener than I thought it was going to be. I was aiming for a metallic with really heavy on the Vandyke brown as well. So this is not what I wanted to do. So I actually really wanted it a softer, lighter color tree, but with accents of this Vandyke brown. So I'm torching out the bubbles anyway, just to see if I like it. In fact, I think if I left it to dry, I would have liked it. But I'm going to redo it and taking off the paint with some paper towels, and I'm going to reload without using any green. But there's some green left on the bubble wrap, so that should also show through a little bit, but perhaps it might be more muted. I'm scraping off the paint from the canvas so I can use it later because I don't want to waste any of it. And I actually do this with the bubble wrap too at the very end. It's not on camera, but I kind of squeeze it all out of the bubble wrap. So it's time to try this one more time. So here we go, moment of truth. And yes, this is it. This is the kind of color scheme I wanted. I wanted more pops of this brown and white and the metallics. And the copper has kind of mixed with the iridescent white to create a peachy color. And also the green that's come through, it kind of looks like a light mint green. Can you see here? Now we go for the close-up. You have to remember that most of this is tape though, that some of that has to be coming off once it's dry, which I will show you. But it's really pretty. It's exactly how I imagined it to be the first time round, but I used far too much green, so there's a lesson. And now it's all dry. You can see the iridescence or the shine on it from the metallics. And I love what's on the masking tape, so perhaps I can use that for something else once it's peeled off. So I'm going to do the peeling now and leave the sound on for some ASMR. This may be a good way to make your own customized masking tape for crafting or making cards, actually. It's really pretty, see? It definitely can be used for something else. So here it is with all the tape removed. Can you see the iridescence? If not, I will move it to a sunnier spot in a moment and video that. But I love the little bubbles, the little spots in here as well, and it's such a pretty design. Can you see there? And what I think I will do is I will actually put masking tape on the tree and then flood the sides with titanium white mixed with the same PVA glue. I'm also happy with how it went over the edges like that. I don't think I had to stamp it into the paint, it just went over. So let's have a look at the shine. You know, this might be one to put a glossy varnish on actually. Yeah, to get the most out of it. I'm just popping it over here so you can tell the shine a lot better. Hopefully anyway. So do you know, I think this would also worked well if I had pulled the canvas towards you rather than towards me, and then so the design would look like the sort of scale effect was going downwards, if that makes any sense. But I hope you enjoyed the painting today, and thank you so much for watching as always, and see you in the next one. Bye.